Welcome back to the Wildcard show. My name is Venant.
I'm Brian.
And I am Black Mamba.
And I'm Nyaassh.
And
yes.
Namin Kopoa sana. I don't know about you guys and your weekend, but I had a great weekend. What about you?
Of course, I had a fantastic weekend, bana. 3 points collectors, bana. As usual, opening statements. Man United will finish the season with more trophies than Arsenal. Make of that statement whatever you will. Edin Ketia, you're not supposed to score in 5 games. 3 down, 2 to go. Mandem, how's your weekend been, bana?
This guy, First of all, more trophies than Arsenal.
Yeah.
Which other ones are you getting? Because
You see,
you don't even have one to start.
I say it that way because if we're going to win the Carabao, you guys are not sure of the league, you guys are not sure of Europa, so that's already an extra trophy. Yeah. If you guys win the league, we'll have bagged Carabao already and the FA Cup. What are you telling me, bro?
The FA Cup.
FA Cup, the only tough team left to face is Man City.
True.
Man City.
The
Yeah,
guys who
it's
clapped you 6. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, you're still bagging that FA Cup for sure.
Yeah.
My weekend was a bit topsy-turvy. Actually, it wasn't topsy-turvy. It was more of turvy than anything else. Arsenal again dropping points at home. A place where you have not... I think the only time you dropped points at home is when you drew against Newcastle.
Yeah, against Newcastle.
Now another draw against, all those VAR crap. That is happening. So, yeah.
At home, we have
I
26
feel hard
points out of 30.
We have what?
26 points at home
Yeah.
out of 30.
Yeah, four lost out of 2 draws. So yeah,
Good.
not a very good weekend.
I'm not trying.
What about you, Mamba?
My weekend was busy. It was busy. I was at Old Trafford trying to get my mom signed because she can kick balls better than Weghorst.
Hey.
Vegas, yeah?
You throw all the shade you want.
Oh, boy.
I think the pressure is getting to him because he knows City are coming. He has to talk trash about United because there was nothing good to report about Arsenal over the
No,
weekend.
Arsenal was robbed.
Robbed
we
by?
were robbed, yeah.
Robbed by who?
Arsenal was robbed.
Before tuanze hii story yote, let's start with Manchester United kwanza tumalizane now first and then we deal with the main dish.
Yeah.
So United, you guys mlicheza vizuri against Leeds.
No, not necessarily. Yeah. To sum it up, I think for the first 75 minutes of that game,
Yeah.
I felt like it was Ole Gunner's United playing football. But then when Ten Hag made the changes and then Weghorst dropped to number 10 and Rashford as the number 9,
Yes.
bro, Weghorst did that 10 job better than De Bruyne and Odegaard. Yes, I said it. But seriously, no, that's just exaggerating. But anyway, when Weghorst became the number 10 and Rashford was getting in behind, the Leeds centre-backs could not deal with him. And that is what gave us the win.
Yeah. I think
totally
like
agree.
Leeds, they ran themselves down way too much, and unfortunately for them, they are not clinical enough. So they run, like they do run. That will give them. They're very intense. They're very aggressive.
Work rate at
their
night.
work rate is top notch, but they don't convert the chances that they get. And out of that, when you're running against a team like Man United, you can run against them for like 80 minutes. Then the last 10 minutes, because they're more clinical than you, then you just get their chances to convert them. And that's exactly what happened on was it on Sunday?
Sunday,
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
And now going forward, do you have faith in Manchester United versus Barcelona, for example?
It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough game, and I would actually play devil's advocate. Msinikujie, please. I'm a loyal Man United fan, but msinikujie. I'm going to play devil's advocate and say
no.
it'd be more beneficial if we were to be unlucky enough to get knocked out by Barcelona. And I say that because if we're unluckily knocked out by Barcelona, at least Casemiro and Rashford are preserved, fewer games for them.
Okay.
Hey,
No,
we are
come
still
on,
in all
man.
4 competitions.
Look, this is a
one.
big team. It's supposed to be competing on all fronts that you are in.
Yeah, but the Europa League is not the Champions League.
Of course
If
not,
we were in
no,
the Champions
but
League,
yeah.
I'd be saying we have to beat all the teams.
listen.
Yeah.
That's nonsense because you fight where you are.
Europa League, we're used to winning that. We won it.
You're
I
used
mean,
to winning.
Mourinho won it.
You won it once.
How many times have you won
Of course
Europa?
you're not winning, but
You've been in Europa more times than us, and you've not won it more than us.
Look, you see.
You have been in Europa.
2017, while you were in Europa, we were in Champions League. Yeah?
I'm saying you've been in the Europa League more times than Man United, and we still have more Europa League
Brian
trophies.
Skiza, you're used to winning the Europa League. You're not used to winning the Europa League. Stop lying to us.
We've won it once. We've won it once.
That's not getting used to winning.
Fair enough. But then me, I'm still going to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
If we're going to win the Carabao Cup and have a chance to beat City in the FA Cup final, if that's how it happens, I'm taking those 2 trophies and a top 4 finish, rather than struggling to fight for all fronts and then you you lose the Carabao final,
You know what?
you get knocked out of the FA Cup,
No.
you get knocked out of Europa in the latter stages,
No.
and even crumble at top 4 finish.
Hii inaitangwa kiwewe. Kiwewe hii.
What my guy is trying to say in all these words is Barcelona is going to beat them. He's not that confident against Barcelona. That's
But
it.
they are the best side in Europe as of now. As much as they're not in the Champions League, they have 18 clean sheets out of 22 games, I think.
They are very good. They are alongside
Yeah,
Napoli.
they are
we have
very
to
good
acknowledge
defensively, bana.
Yeah,
Hey.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xavi could do a job on us, bana. Hey, that one I'm not taking lightly. I think apart from the City game at the Etihad and the Arsenal game at the Emirates, this is now our toughest challenge yet, because I would actually be confident enough in saying Man United have enough to beat any other Premier League team, because tumemalizana na Arsenal na City.
Oh,
Any
yeah,
team
that-
that is below Man United, I think we can beat.
Yes.
I think we can beat. Yeah, so Barcelona is our toughest challenge
I
to
don't
come.
think you can beat Brentford though.
Oh, Brentford.
Brentford will come to
But
Old
we'll
Trafford
talk
and
about
eat them.
Brentford.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
Brentford up and Mbele. This is what I can say about Manchester United. Your game ya Leeds, and
Yes.
with the last 15 minutes, as you said,
Yeah.
it was a clear display of mind games. I like how Eric Ten Hag did that thing of switching the places.
Yes.
And then also ukiangalia, even with the formation, Luke Shaw at center back.
Yeah.
I've seen mixed reaction. There are people who are like, hey, Luke Shaw, so long as Akondani Nini is playing whatever position anacheza vizuri. And on the other hand, I've seen people who are like, just put Luke Shaw where he plays best. You know, so there's that aspect too. I don't know how you feel about Sabitzer, but I've seen it's a good first impression in
Yeah.
Mona so far.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we'd get the best out of him completely once Casemiro is back, because they are yet to start a game together. Yeah.
And you'll not
Yeah.
feature in the playoff, by the way.
Yeah, he'll not
Yeah,
feature in
he'll
the
not
Barcelona playoff because of a
Yeah.
year suspension from Leipzig in the
Champions League,
Champions League.
Yeah. One question that was asked where I was watching the football was between Declan Rice and Casemiro. In that position, who would you pick?
Hey, bro.
Fam.
I don't like these questions, bro. Like,
Don't even dare. I know where you're going. So don't even think about it.
one is on the twilight stages of his career. The other one is just picking up. That's a very hard one. I'm not going to answer that.
Me, I'll answer it. I'll answer it confidently.
Okay.
Casemiro.
Casemiro,
All
exactly.
day, every day, man.
I think
Why?
Casemiro has done it. Year in, year out.
Been there,
Declan
done
Rice,
that.
this is just English hype, man.
yeah. And then with
No.
Casemiro,
I don't think it means he's not
No,
good
no,
enough.
Yeah.
He's good, but of
He's
course
good.
he's not at
Yeah,
the level
he's good.
of. But
He's
yeah.
good, but
Yeah.
not as good to be put in the same breath as Casemiro.
Yeah.
because
that's for sure.
there are things in Casemiro's games like that grit, that aggression, kupigana. I don't think Declan can do that, man.
But
I don't
in
think
terms of-
Declan can do that.
But in terms of physicality, and you know, one is younger, you know,
Yeah.
one still has a long time qua Premier League before he calls it
Yeah.
quits. So that's where that question was asked. Like right now, if United, okay, you already have Casemiro, but
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
make pretend he's still at Real Madrid, and you guys have the option of Rice and Casemiro, who that's what I meant. Yes.
You know what? I'm still taking Casemiro, and I'd say, as much as he's 31, right now in football, you have the facilities to play until you are possibly 40.
Okay.
So
not
I
for
think
everyone, though.
Yeah, it's not.
not
you
for
know,
everyone,
Shida, yeah.
yeah.
It's not for everyone though. But I'm still edging Casemiro over Declan Rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also have to talk about Man City because having beaten Aston Villa
Yes.
3-1,
Yeah.
they are to face Arsenal twice, and also there's the aspect of Pep losing it, you know, having the dressing room. There's the aspect of him tinkering with the team because each and every time we see the lineup, there's usually several changes, especially with the defense. It's like he's been exposed and we don't know, he doesn't know he's starting
He's not
11
that
yet,
confident.
you know, and to do that at this time of the season, it's very crucial, especially when you are chasing the league leaders, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you guys felt about that game. I don't know how you guys feel about Man City right now, and I don't know about you guys feel about them. If they're gonna, for example, do you think they're gonna win the Premier League?
Yes, I do. I do believe they can win the Premier League still.
No,
They
will.
can.
Will? Oh, Will, that's a big one. Will.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it like I've said before. Man City will win the Premier League on that last game week. And I'm going to I know we'll get to that game, but I think right now, when they play Arsenal, that is later on tonight, you know, on Wednesday, when they play Arsenal later on tonight, they're going to beat Arsenal and go level on points. And now we have a good race on us. And I think they will win it on the last day.
What about you
Last
guys?
day.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like your take. I feel like Man City are there for the taking for this season. I've not been utterly convinced by their gameplay. Haaland is a doubt.
Yeah.
He might not feature tonight. He was subbed off, I think, in the first half in the Villa game. Yeah, I think if Arsenal does not win this game, to be honest, I feel like our wheels are off. Because we are coming from dropping points against Everton, that's a proper L. Dropping points against Brentford, regardless of what happened. And then losing again.
Hey! Anyway,
That's the first time I think this is
3 games, Bana,
without getting maximum points. We are chasing the league, and you're losing against Manchester City, who you are going up against at home.
Yeah.
You cannot afford that. In my own opinion, we cannot afford that. So we absolutely have to clutter them.
Yeah. Okay, as Nyaassh has said, right now, Man City facing Arsenal at this point is going to be very tough for them because right now Arsenal is bruised. 1 point out of 6.
Yeah.
Fam, that's
Out of
crazy.
possible
You
6.
dig? That's crazy. So right now Arsenal are going. They're going full throttle in this game, and we are at home. If we were starting this game at Etihad, but we are at home, a fortress.
We absolutely have to win.
There's nothing else.
Yeah.
We are gonna win. We don't care how we're gonna win, but we're gonna get the job done.
For this one, the end will justify the mean.
Because
I'll ask you
if
guys.
We lose this game, man, our title credentials are over.
I'll ask you guys
Pretty
to
much
be
in doubt.
very, very honest and very objective. Who handles the pressure very, very well on that day? Arsenal players who are on, like, they're the ones to be chased. We're at the
Yeah.
top. Man City, you've got to come to us and beat us.
Yeah.
Or Man City, who have been here before.
Been there,
Who
done
handles pressure the better? Yeah. Who will handle the pressure better?
Because they've been there before, you
Yes.
definitely give it to Man City. But now you're only hoping that Arsenal does not crumble. As an Arsenal fan, of course.
Yes.
I'm hoping we do not crumble because your pressure itakuwa kibao, you know?
Yeah.
And of course, people are starting to doubt, like, is it happening, is it not? I love there's always the issue of VAR, bro. Like, you can play all you want.
Tuingie tu na hiyo VR.
Unaweza cheza vizuri venye unataka, you do everything else, but then VR is like, hold my beer. At 3 points, and not today, man. So there's so much uncertainty when it comes to those games now in the Premier League, and especially when there's, you know, the title chase going on and happening to these teams that are chasing the title. It's just crazy. But I just hope we handle the pressure a bit better. I hope to see more from Saliba in our defense. I feel kidogo last 2 games tumekuwa a bit disjointed. Martinelli amekuwa a bit off also, and I don't know if this game is going to thrive or not. Yeah, I mean, so much uncertainty as far as Arsenal goes. We just hope we get shit correct your day, Ju. Hey, anything less than that.
Were you guys impressed by Trossard?
I am impressed by
Yes.
Trossard.
What about you?
Yeah, Trossard is getting the job done, and I think in the next game he should start ahead of Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Brayo, prediction for the Arsenal Man City game.
Prediction for Arsenal Man City. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think where there's loopholes. I'm looking at Man City at left back position, and Saka could have a field day over there.
Oh, for sure he will.
Hey, I'm looking at now Ruben Diaz is back. That's a confidence boost for City. Haaland could be a doubt. Hopefully Haaland starts, but I think they'd be better off with Alvarez starting that week. In a Saliba can't cope with the pace of the World Cup winner. But in all honesty, you know what? I'm gonna make a bold prediction. Arsenal at home, there's no way they fail to score at home. There's definitely no team will keep a clean sheet. So I'm gonna go 0-0 in the first half. 0-0 in the first half. The second half lights up the Premier League, and we get a 2-1 win for City. A late winner like Rodri last season. A late winner. And I tell you where that winner is gonna come from. Who? Riyad Mahrez.
I thought you were gonna
Riyad
say
Mahrez,
Rodri.
late winner.
I think what you have to do to keep Mahrez quiet, just put on Tomiyasu. You'll terminate him. Yeah, terminate. You'll terminate him. If you put a left back there, you know, I kind of feel like if we start with Zinchenko, I may be wrong. I kind of feel like if we start with Zinchenko, Nani might exploit that because they know how he plays.
True.
They have been with him for how many years? They have won titles with him. They might be thinking, okay, this guy drifts in the midfield and a good space, Uko space. Maybe they don't cover it well.
So Mahrez stay out there.
Mahrez, and then we have maybe Alvarez starting off, and he's not that physical. He's just very good with the movements. And then maybe he might be exploited there, and it might be terrible for us. I don't know, man.
You guys
start with Terminator.
feel like doing a combined 11? How confident are you?
Aye, a lot of Arsenal players are going to feature there.
Nah, not really. I'd have 3 maximum.
Max.
3 or 4. Because I'm looking at the back line. In goal, I'm going Ederson in terms of playing out of the back. Sawa. Back 4, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, William Saliba, of course, French bias, and I'd give Zinchenko a shout. Midfield, we have Thomas Partey in CDM, and then De Bruyne and Odegaard, and then front three of Bukayo Saka, Erling Braut Haaland, you know, the Norwegian Viking, the brute. And then Uku left wing, ban. Hey,
Trossard, bro.
what do you mean? Uku left wing. You know what? Just because I'm feeling like I hate Arsenal, Jack Grealish.
Honest, but if you think about it,
Yeah.
Grealish form yake imekuwa poa sana with the recent games, you know.
Yes.
But for this game, actually for this show, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm just a neutral guy.
Hey.
So I'll speak on what I've seen regarding Arsenal. So let's start with number one, Nketiah. Manze, that game we saw on the weekend, nah, we can't see this. He can't replicate that versus Man City.
Yeah.
If it's that type of game that we're gonna see, I'd rather we
We're in
start even
trouble.
Trossard ahead of him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So upande wa striking up on, you know, and then he's short. He's short. Look at the City defense. Those
Diaz.
people are tall people,
Like,
you
you go
know.
up against Diaz.
So
It's a trouble.
itakuwa ngumu. Number two, the stats before the Brentford game was Brentford even still stands still now. Brentford have lost the same games as Man City, which is 4.
Yeah.
Sawa. So file yao iko sawa. But they are the team who have scored the most goals out of set pieces. And set pieces, tangu time in memorial, has always been Arsenal's weakness.
Yeah.
And to see it happen again against Arsenal, it was like we haven't improved.
Okay, I beg to differ on that one because I feel like the last 2 seasons we have a bit improved on our
Yeah.
set pieces.
Yeah.
And Akapia, when going up against Brentford, like you said, their
Yeah.
strength is the set pieces. So you have
Yeah.
to be super wary of them when it comes to that. But we fell short. Regardless of VAR and everything, of course, there's Akokai Shuka.
No,
They're
no,
always
no.
hanging around. But yeah, set pieces on that one, we failed.
Factor in Man City, Haaland is taller. Is tall.
Yeah.
Those
He's
back
a bully,
four.
yeah.
So and then add set pieces the way Mahrez, you know, corners na nini.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a bit tough for Arsenal in regards to set pieces versus Man City. And then also, in terms of fatigue na kuchoka, I've started to see like it's starting to affect Arsenal.
Some of our players.
Like Saliba, at some point, I was like, this guy is tired.
Kianani.
Yeah, for real.
This guy is tired.
You know, like Saliba against Ivan Toney, he won
Hey!
0 duels. Zero duels. Yaani, Tony alikuwa, I think, ni 8.
Sembose Haaland.
But you see, like, I don't know who's... Okay, Tony is more experienced, of course.
Yeah.
He's a very physical not defender, striker.
Traditional kind of number 9, you know.
Absolutely, he's going to be on your face like crazy. But if I was asked who I would rather face between Haaland and Alvarez,
Who?
our defense, Buddha,
I'd rather pick Haaland.
I would rather stay with Haaland.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we always know he's gonna be somewhere kwa box. He's not a guy who does a lot of movements up, down, left, right, and like Alvarez. So maybe Haaland is a bit easier to handle. Not easy, but it was just better to handle compared to Alvarez.
Yeah, in terms of the movement, like restricted movement.
Yeah.
Brian, I have a question for you.
Shoot, bro, shoot.
Have you guys been favored by VR
VR.
this season?
Me, all I'd say is...
Of course.
All I'd say is, I think the issue I have with refereeing is that we've received only 1 penalty over the season. But other than that, I would like to congratulate none other than Howard Webb, who is doing a good job in terms of being one of the board
fucking
members
hell.
of PGMOL in the VAR room. He's doing such a wonderful job.
Yeah,
Don't you guys
apologizing.
think he's doing?
No,
he apologized, which means he owns up to his mistakes.
You're mad.
Such a good
You're mad.
job. What do you mean?
Acknowledging that doesn't mean 3 points in the bag for us.
It means he's remorseful of his actions.
No. Let him show that remorse up his hole, man. Listen, these guys have been favored by VR.
You see,
You remember?
you
remember
guys
when
had
they played
agendas
against
when
them?
Howard Webb was still a referee that he was favoring Man United.
Wasn't he? Yeah.
He wasn't. He never
He
did
was.
that. He did his job day in, day out.
No.
And now he's been rewarded for being such a good referee to head the board of VAR referees.
That's absolute bollocks, man. Like, you see, like,
But anyway, Nyaassh, you, I know you wear your heart on your sleeve when it comes to football. So I really wanted to dig deep with this VAR issue. Yeah.
Kuna ufala mingi sana by the way. Like Mamba was saying, I mean,
Yes.
if you apologize, okay, fine. But how many times are you going to apologize?
Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
And what's the repercussions of the apology? Does the team that are lost get 3 points? Like,
Because
like Brighton, they are chasing a
Brighton,
European spot.
yes.
Imagine
and then
it
whatever
goes down
happened,
to
yeah.
them
that
missing that
decision.
because of
If Arsenal was to lose the league on the last day and
Yeah.
it goes down to this point instead of 3 that you could have had.
I mean, so Howard Webb is going to be doing what come May. He's going to be issuing apologies for relegations and European sports lost and titles lost. At least Paul Arsenal mulipoteza title. You need to check those accounts of those VAR officials. Kwanza ako Limeson. Limeson ni mkora bana. This is the same guy who was refereeing against us against United.
He was trending
later
on
when they came
Twitter,
to say
by the way.
that was a human error. Come
Yes,
on.
And
man
then-
is to error. Guys, you have to understand.
no,
Referees
no.
are just humans.
No.
One thing I would say is whenever a player is red carded, they get a 3-match ban and possibly the club fines him. For me, in such a situation, the referees should also be like,
Suspended.
no, you're not refereeing any more games.
Yeah.
You're not doing this. You have to be suspended from your job until you learn. Yeah, the repercussions have to be there as well if
Limeson
they are
was
for
actually
players.
suspended, I think, in September.
Yeah.
He was suspended from
Yeah.
referee games. Junior after which game? So this guy already has a track record.
Career yake ni mbaya.
And he was born in the Greater Manchester.
Amen.
Expect this guy to be favoring Arsenal.
Amen.
If
I mean-
Mason or the man who had one job to do
Yes.
to adjudge the offside didn't
Yeah.
do that, he ought to be caned because at
No.
best that's incompetence.
Yeah,
There I agree with you.
absolutely.
At worst, that's more sinister because, as you've said, he was born in the Greater Manchester.
Yeah, I mean,
But that was-
There's more than it meets
Listen,
the eye.
you can draw a lot of conclusions.
Of
there.
course, agenda must agenda, but me, the one excuse that I found which was really petty, they forgot to draw the lines.
How?
I mean, that is the first thing they always do whenever.
And that's where my point of being sinister comes in.
As in, this guy Limeson akiamka asubuhi anaambianga watoto na wife anaenda job. Alafu akienda job afanye hiyo kazi. And then he doesn't do the
Beautiful.
job and nothing happens to him. Fuck off,
This
man.
VAR should keep doing what they're doing to Arsenal. Wasiende kwa other clubs.
No. You see, it's happening across board. Other Chelsea.
Yeah, even Chelsea.
Chelsea,
They had 2 goalkeepers on the pitch, banner, in the name of
blatant
Thomas
handball.
Suchek.
The referee go like, fuck that. You're looking at that.
Shout out to
just
the
crap.
Shout out to the guy who was handling Chelsea's account during the weekend.
Oh
man.
yeah,
so on
he was
point.
very witty with the
He was on
replies.
point.
Guy.
Because now,
It's just crap.
you know, okay, for me, after this weekend, the question that I was thinking is, at what point will we hold these people
Accountable.
accountable?
Yes.
Because I watched the Southampton Wolves game while it was the same time na yetu, and for those people who did not see, there was a red card
early on.
in the first half. Wolves walipata red
To,
card.
yeah, Lemina,
And
yeah.
you look at the red card. To me, it was unnecessary.
As soft as they come.
It was unnecessary. However, Wolves won the game. You know,
Okay, your turn, man.
that's why you,
Just
Nathan
shows how
Jones
sort of
alichujwa.
This is,
There was that incident, and then there's the Chelsea's handball incident, and then kuna Crystal Palace, and then there's Arsenal. Yote in 1 week.
4 games, banner.
So at what point, I was asking myself, at what point will you hold these people accountable, and what sort of punishment can these people go through? Because me, I'm ready for a VR documentary and refereeing and what's happening behind the scenes. I'm ready. Netflix, I'm ready, man.
It started to look like a soft match fixing kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happening every weekend, almost every weekend.
And it's only the Premier League,
And it's
the
only the
most
Premier League.
watched league in the world.
How come we don't level? How come we don't see this shit in La Liga?
Yeah.
I'm a Serie A.
Or the Farmers League Ligue 1.
How come we don't see it there? It's only happening in the Premier League, and it's happening killer weekend, man.
I think the Premier League should
Look, one
adopt.
of Nisawa, but you know,
I think the Premier League should adopt the policy made by another sport like Formula One, whereby stewards give penalties. Like, let's say right now, how we were robbed points. Yeah, they go, they investigate, and then Brentford is deducted points.
Nah, that wouldn't be fair. It falls on the referee. It falls on the referee.
Because Brentford walicheza game. How walicheza?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with them, you know. It was with the ref.
we need a VAR to be checking on this VAR.
We need a VR for VR.
Yeah, for VAR, clearly,
Boss.
man.
Ah, yeah.
It's gonna Mason na Howard Webb.
Sawa basi. We know we can talk about VR for ages.
Oh, for sure.
But let's talk about Fantasy Premier League, man. And I don't know how you guys are going on with the double game week. So far, I'm on 34 points. And
Hey, Buddha. When ni manager wa Southampton? When ni coach wa Southampton wewe?
Una struggle.
how many points do you guys have?
Me, I have
Songba.
56.
Songba.
Somebody is training this week.
Bro, you're gonna 61 points.
I have 47.
You should know people to have in your team.
I have
You should
like
know
4
people.
guys on your team.
And funny enough, Odegaard gave me 2 points. Nini shida yenu?
Was that your captain?
Sim perform. No. My captain was Haaland. That was the issue.
8 points.
Rashford
8
gave me
points.
8 points. Luke Shaw, Mandem gave me 12 points. Estupinan would have given me more if his goal was allowed, but he gave me 7. Trippier and Nick Pope were also terrible performance for me on the day. Odegaard and De Bruyne both gave me 2 points. Haaland 8 points. Tony 9 points. Mitrovic a minimum 2 points. Boo, Mitrovic.
But like you were saying, Venom, there's a point you made last weekend on being aware of rotations happening, especially in these big teams, and I was a victim of that. Rico Lewis,
Me too.
proper zero.
You had Luis.
Yeah, I had Lewis in my defense.
yeah.
Give me a proper zero because he
Next time you want to put a youngster in your FPL team, just talk to me. I'll tell Garnacho to score another wonderful goal against our opponent.
How long do you think this United Flame will go? Itaendelea this that you're on?
The United Flame, once it starts burning, it never stops.
We've been there before. Utatudanganya tukiona bana.
Honestly, wajinga.
Sasa, but guys, what about now game week 24? Because it's just a normal game week. There's no double game week coming up.
Yeah.
And, I don't know how you guys are, and are you guys confident looking at the fixtures coming up?
Yes.
Because Liverpool are playing with Newcastle. Unaona?
Oh.
And then
Points.
Arsenal is going to Unai Emery.
Early
Yeah.
kick off that one.
Yeah. And then there's Spurs with West Ham.
Oh, that's a derby. Oh.
And then,
Goals galore.
Nyaassh, United
Yes.
are hosting Leicester City.
Songba.
Leicester City, who have picked form.
Hey, wako Fomba.
United are hosting Leicester City
Yes.
at Old Trafford.
Yes.
That's a good game.
And Man City are away to Nottingham Forest.
Hey.
A team that has bought 30 players this season.
Is it the
Andrea, you actually played last weekend.
or 31?
Yeah,
I don't know.
so there's kuna hizo fixtures, and then Chelsea are hosting Southampton. To me, I think that will be a clean sheet for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know who are your favorites for game week 24.
Let me tell you, a mad thing I did over the weekend was getting someone from Chelsea called Mudryk.
Hey, clowning.
I got Mudryk because I was thinking, all right, maybe he'll eventually get something. But when you look at the fact that you're playing Southampton, the Southampton bottom kabisa,
Yeah.
I think, I fancy a Chelsea player. Also fancy a Manchester City player going up
Against
against Nottingham.
Forest, yeah.
That's a clapping and a half happening over there.
Who
So,
could that be?
I don't know.
Because-
I've been with Mahrez.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's the high time I captain him.
Mahrez.
Yeah, 12 points, man.
Mahrez, man.
Ooh,
Yeah, I think it's just
nice.
high time I captain him. That's of course if Haaland is not available.
Okay, what about you guys?
Me.
Yeah, in terms of game week 24 and the FPL.
United through and through. Leicester coming home. Rashford, Luke Shaw to get the performances of the night.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
of captaining Rashford against
Yeah.
Leicester City. What do you think?
Yeah, that's good. That's
100%.
That's a good
Yeah,
pick.
you should also check
100%.
out for Nanio. Madison.
Madison.
Oh, Madas, by the way.
I was checking somewhere like I think he has 6 goals and 3 assists in 10 games.
Jesus.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, only asset.
Yeah.
That's an asset.
Yeah, I think I'll
What
get him.
about you?
For me, I'd go with Newcastle players. First of all, right now Almiron is a differential. Not most people own him.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
if he scored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I fancy him against Liverpool, and also, as you said, Rashford. This man, you guys, in FPL there's no loyalty, so. Yeah.
Yeah.
This man, you guys.
Rashford has been coming good.
Do you know
Because against Leicester at Old Trafford, man, I fancy them. Like real. Rashford can even get a brace.
Say that again. Say that again.
He's about to go wank, man.
Okay.
Brian was just
Anyway.
chilling.
So
Yeah.
here's what I think. Based on the conversation, Rashford looks like favorites for captain for this weekend against
Yeah.
Leicester City. However, if you don't have Rashford, you're looking elsewhere. There's Harry Kane at home versus West Ham. And yes, and for those people who are still diehard Arsenal fans, kuna Odegaard or Martinelli against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And then there's also this new trend that I've sijaisema kwa hii show is whenever you in doubt, Captain Trippier.
Oh, against Liverpool Kwanza.
Because he's been giving us returns. This is like the second time
Yeah.
in almost 2 months.
That,
He hasn't given us returns.
Good points.
Yeah, so they're hosting Liverpool, who are leaking goals. So
He
you
could
also
assist and he could also
consider
keep a
that.
clean sheet, by the way.
Also
And-
keep in mind Manchester City.
Manchester
They're up
City
against
away
Forest,
to
so-
yeah. And also Pierre Kane, you know that 200 goal mark, we didn't talk about it last week.
Yeah, I think it's because there's no trophy to show.
Yeah,
that's
can't
why-
really rate him.
Yeah.
You see, Alan Shearer at least got one at Blackburn, won the
Yeah.
Premier League at Blackburn.
Yeah,
man,
so he
Yeah.
needs to move.
Again,
So any other thing that you guys need to share before we leave?
Champions League is back.
Oh,
Just quick, whatever predictions of the knockout stages. Who's going to make the final? Early on, so that we come back and revisit this.
Let's just put
the two
PSG
teams in the
there.
final.
Mapema to
PSG versus
Final.
in the final.
Yeah, final.
PSG versus who, man? Can we just have it there? Then next weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
PSG are your favorites for.
I would fancy them to be in the final.
Oh wow.
What about you? Favorites? You don't have to ban.
Me of course. Los Blancos, Real Madrid. Karim the Dream.
It can be PSG or Real Madrid in the final. So it's cool.
Yeah, easy, man.
Okay, me thinks the farthest Real Madrid can go this season at the Champions League semi-finals.
Fair enough. We'll see.
Yeah,
Still
so
have Vinny.
Vinicius.
But I'm a Madrid fan where they just so
Yeah, tell him.
I was just saying, I fancy PSG to be in the final.
Yeah.
Okay. If they have to be up against an opponent, I would
Of
choose Real Madrid
course,
for them.
of
And I would
okay.
pick Real Madrid any day.
Number 15.
Sasa Basi. That's it for this show, man. My name is Vernon.
I've been Brian.
Black Mamba.
And a disgruntled Nyaassh. Fuck VAR.